Hello and welcome to today's class. We shall be discussing emotional intelligence management. We will begin with the introduction to emotional intelligence management. At the end of this study, students should be able to understand the definition, the core concepts, and history of emotional intelligence. Students should also be able to identify the key components and models of emotional intelligence. Students should also learn practical strategies for managing and developing intelligent emotional intelligence. Let us look at the model content. The model content includes definition, concept, and history of emotional intelligence, component of emotional intelligence models, do's and don'ts in emotional intelligence management, emotional intelligence counseling and advice, and conclusion. Let us begin with the introduction. What is emotional intelligence management? By way of definition, it is the deliberate application of emotional intelligence principles to guide behavior, enhance relationships, and improve organizational effectiveness. That is to say that emotional intelligence management is the application of emotional intelligence principles to guide one's behavior, enhance relationships, which will in turn improve overall organizational effectiveness. The core idea is emotional intelligence are valuable data. Managing them wisely strengthens judgment, communication, and resilience. Why is it matters today? It's because it is essential for navigating stress, conflict, and collaboration at workplace. It is critical for leadership, trust building, and creates psychological safe environment. It links to higher productivity, job satisfaction, and team cohesion. Now let us look at definition of emotional intelligence. That is the common thread. It is the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and use emotion productively in oneself and in others. That is to say that emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotion as well as emotion in others. Beyond being emotional, bridge affective feelings and cognitive thinking process. A learnable skill distinct from but complementary to IQ, that is intelligent quotient. Let us look at some key scholars' definition. According to Goldman, 1995, he defined emotional intelligence as the capacity for recognizing feelings, motivating oneself, and managing emotion in relationship. Meyer and Sullivan, 1990, defined it as a subset of social intelligence using emotional information to guide thinking and action. Baron, 1997, defined it as an array of non-cognitive skills that influence success in coping with environmental demands. The core concept of emotional intelligence include emotional awareness, emotional understanding, emotional regulation, emotional utilization, empathy, social skill, and motivation. These are the core concepts in emotional intelligence. Now let us look at the historical evolution of emotional intelligence. The era of 1920s to 1940, that was the foundational era, like Tony Dyke, social intelligence, Wesley, non-intellectual factors. Then 1983, we have Gardner multiplier intelligence. These are the people that brought the idea of emotional intelligence. In 1985, the term emotional intelligence was first used by Wednesday Pay. In 1990, we have formal academic definition by Salovey and Meyer. Then in 1995, mainstream popularization by Daniel Goleman, who made emotional intelligence to be well known in his book titled Why It Can Matter More Than Intelligent Quotient. Then the 21st century, where we have the integral to leadership development, organizational training, and research, which brought today's emotional intelligence. Now let us look at the component of emotional intelligence. According to Goleman described five main components of emotional intelligence, which include self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, social awareness, otherwise known as empathy, and social skill. These are the basic components of emotional intelligence. Now let us look at the major models of emotional intelligence. We have the ability model. The ability model of emotional intelligence was popularized by Meyer, Sadovey, and Caruso. Emotional intelligence as a pure cognitive ability. Emotional intelligence was on just a human thinking. The four branches include perceive, use, understand, and manage emotion. Then we have mixed model by Goleman and Baron. They saw emotional intelligence as a blend of ability, competence, and threat. It focuses on workplace performance and well-being, that is self-awareness, relationship management. Then we have number three model, which is the threat model. They see emotional intelligence as a personality trait, that is self-perception, measured via self-record. Example, well-being, self-control, and emotionality. Let us look at the do's and don'ts in emotional intelligence management. Let's begin with the do's. Number one, do practice regular self-reflection and journaling. That is to say, one of the requirements in emotional intelligence management is regular practice of self-reflection. That is self-thinking and journaling. Number two, do pause and breath before reacting emotionally. That is to say, before you react to any emotional trigger, you have to pause, breathe before you react. Number three, do seek and accept constructive feedback. Always seek feedback. Then number four, do practice active listening. Always focus on verbal and non-verbal cues. Pay attention to what someone is saying. Another one is do validate others' feeling. I see why you feel that way. Always understand why people feel that way. That is empathy. Then do I statement for clear and respectful communication. Always use I statement for clear and respectful communication. Instead of saying you are mad or use the word I think you shouldn't behave that way. That is I statement. Then the last one is do focus on energy on solution. Do focus energy on solution, not just problems. Always focus on solution, not just the problem itself. Now let us look at the don't in emotional intelligence management. Number one, don't make decisions or send messages in emotional heat. Whenever you are angry, don't take don't make decisions or send messages. Number two, don't minimize or dismiss others' feelings. Do not underrate other people's feelings. It will result to emotional trigger. Another one is don't hold grudges. Always forgive and move forward constructively. Another one is do not criticize publicly. Address issues privately. Don't criticize anyone in the public. Another one is don't assume your good intent is equal to positive impact. Another one is do not gossip or engage in decisive politics. Do not gossip even at workplace. Then the last is don't ignore your own stress signal. Develop healthy coping mechanisms. Don't ignore your own stress signal. So these are some of the don'ts in emotional intelligence management. Now let us look at developing emotional intelligence, that is counseling and coaching. It involves choosing your path. It's either by choosing a counseling or you choose a coaching. Uh, 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 it is a choice in choosing the path. So we have the counseling part, the coaching part. So the counseling part involves addressing past trauma, anxiety, depression. Then you focus on healing. So emotional intelligence counseling, if you choose emotional intelligence counseling or therapy, it involves addressing your past trauma, anxiety, stress, and depression. Then focus on healing them. Then if you choose emotional intelligence coaching path, this focuses on future on skill building, performances and goal achievement. So this part focuses on future skill building, performances and achieving your personal goal. Then key development strategies involve mindfulness and meditation. Always be mindful in your thought and meditation, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT techniques, emotional leveling and journaling, role playing and active listening practice, creating if then action plan for triggers. So these are the developing strategies in emotional intelligence management. In conclusion, emotional intelligence is manageable, a critical learnable skill set for modern world. It is a framework for success. It complements intelligent quotient, essential for leadership, relationship, and resilience. It is rooted in science that is evolved from psychological theory to validated competence. It is actionable because it involves self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skill. It is universal impact because it enhances decision making, helps in conflict resolution management, and as well as being across all life domain. Thank you and God bless you.